your business with the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce. I'm Chris Spiker of Antelope Valley Florist.
I'm Aaron Goldstein from Goldstein Digital. Our first guest today is Anna Lee Buehn from the Antelope Valley Board of Trade.
Hi, Anna.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
Wonderful. You're the new executive director at the Antelope Valley Board of Trade?
I surely am, and I am loving my new job.
How long have you been on job?
Well,
Let's see, what day is today?
I know, that's exactly what I was thinking. I think I've been on just a few days over a month now.
Wow.
I know, it's going really well.
And fairly new to the Antelope Valley also.
Fairly new. I moved here in October with my husband, who is in the Navy and stationed at Edwards Air Force Base.
In the Navy at an Air Force base.
Which is a little play on words, and we're learning the whole Air Force protocol as well.
Yeah. So there's a lot of blue outfits in the closet, but there's a lot that goes on at Edwards.
There is certainly a lot, and I have been blown away by the aerospace community there. It's not just a test community, but it's operational test as well, which is what my husband's doing. He's with the F-35 program, the Joint Operational Testing there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So welcome to the Antelope Valley. And, it doesn't really show on camera, but how is it being pregnant in the summertime? In the summertime.
Oh, my goodness. I think God has such a sense of humor because I am definitely 9 months pregnant in the summertime of the Antelope Valley, which has been quite steamy. My home does not always get to 72 degrees, and it's hot. It's really, really warm in the middle of the day.
So have you found all the ice cream places in the Antelope Valley?
I am ingesting a lot of ice cream these past few days, and popsicles. Popsicles are necessary.
That helps, huh?
They do.
Well, the Board of Trade office has a big refrigerator.
But not a freezer.
Oh, well.
It's such a bummer.
We need to fix that.
We do need to fix that. We need to talk to our treasurer.
I have to remember to say Antelope Valley Board of Trade because we had a general out at Edwards a couple of years ago, and he goes, "What's AVBOT?"
Oh, no.
Because they're into acronyms,
They are. They're so into
AVBOT,
acronyms.
it sounds like a weapons system or something.
It does in the military. It's just a pro. I hate to go to dinner with a bunch of them because they just start speaking in a language I don't understand.
And you don't want to ask them, what does that mean?
No,
or what does
you
that
don't
mean?
want to appear to be
That's
ignorant.
only 3 initials. I don't know what that means. But 5 or 6, that's a big one.
That is a big one.
So what does the Antelope Valley Board of Trade do?
Well, the Antelope Valley Board of Trade is absolutely one of the most incredible organizations in this valley. It's a group of civic and private sector leaders that have come together that truly want to address the challenges that this area faces. And they do that through advocacy and philanthropically. They are civically engaged and civically minded to make this community the best that it can possibly be.
It's not a government.
No, it's certainly not.
It has a jurisdiction. It's a huge area that the Board of Trade services.
Huge. I don't think I was aware of how big the Antelope Valley is until I saw it laid out on a map.
Even from space, it's big.
Even from space, I think we could see it.
Yeah. And, really, the Antelope Valley touches 3 counties.
It does.
Yeah, L.A., Kern, and San Bernardino.
Yes, you are absolutely right.
Big desert, sparsely populated, a lot of it, but it all needs representation. So I think the Board of Trade, because I was a past president, so I think they have a unique position.
I would agree, and I think you have a unique perspective.
Yeah, it's my home.
It is your home, and you have such a love for this valley.
Yeah. So what's job number 1 for you as executive director at the Board of Trade? Job number 1.
Priority number 1, I think, is to fully get the house in order administratively. I have to preface with, I think the reason that I was hired for this position is because my strength is definitely recruitment and membership engagement, and that is my passion in life, is networking and getting to know people and building relationships. But there are a few administrative tasks that need to take place first, and before I can truly go after membership growth and engagement, I have to get those things in order.
You were in Orange County.
I was.
What was your task down there?
I ran another political action committee and membership organization called Gen Next, and that was an organization that had a lot of synergy with the Board of Trade, and that it had political roots and that it was civically minded and to address the challenges that this generation would face. And I have used and parlayed a lot of that experience in my journey thus far in the Antelope Valley with the Board of Trade.
What attracted you to your position at the Board of Trade?
I think it was precisely having worked for Gen Next, and I had such an incredible experience with that organization, and knowing and learning so much of my strengths as a professional at Gen Next. I realized that I could use my strengths to better the Board of Trade and to better this valley through this position as the executive director.
Some of the exciting events. I think we were talking about the Outlook Conference. What else is on your horizon for exciting events?
We have, the Outlook Conference is coming up on March the 2nd, and that's really exciting. Norm Hickling is the vice president and in charge this year, and he has a really unique vision. I think we may be changing things up. I don't know that it's going to be the traditional format that it was before, and I'm super excited. We have been discussing speakers and content and ideas, and this year I truly believe with all my heart that this is going to be the best Outlook conference that the Antelope Valley Board of Trade has ever seen. With no offense to you, because I know you led the helm a few years back.
Aaron just wants Gene Simmons to come back. He'd be happy. He'd be happy with that because that was a lot of fun. That was a photo op.
I heard he was incredible.
He was.
I heard.
I got good photos during that.
I bet you did. Well, let's see who we can get this year.
These keynote speakers are amazing because they have a story, but you're going to learn something. If you think you walk out of there because you think you know it all, you need to just stay in the seat and listen for a little bit because something is going to be amazing.
Absolutely. And I think that's what we are really focusing on this year with the keynote speakers is we want them to be relevant to this valley, and we want people to walk away, number one, excited about the content that they hear, but we want it to be applicable content to something they can apply to their small business, to their large business, to their personal life. We want it to be something that people truly use to engage and learn from. And that's what we are thinking about as we look through the list of potential people that might be our keynote speakers. And it might not just be just one this year. It might be more than one.
I love it.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff.
One guy said, you could have 10 economists and I'd be happy. I think that's too much math for me.
I know. And we're talking about the economists this year. I hear the leading contender, not exactly sure that it's going to all go through, but she comes out singing and dancing. Can you imagine an economist that sings and dances?
I don't think we've had a singer and a dancer.
I know. Well, let's see if it actually works out.
It'll all be rosy.
It certainly will.
So what's your vision for the organization then?
My vision for the organization is to truly match the vision of the board of directors. And I think from the month and a half of me being in this position is getting a consensus that they want to see it. Number one, they want to see it grow, but not grow just in terms of number, but grow in terms of impact and weight and the way that we can leverage our networks, our opportunities, our resources to better this valley. And whatever that is, whatever cause that we choose to champion, whatever cause is, I would use that in the plural, we want to see that executed to the best of our abilities.
Hey, are there any particular companies or organizations we're looking for as members that aren't on board yet?
Yes, we are. What I really think we need to see is more leaders in the private manufacturing space. What I see so much of is there's a lot of manufacturing in this valley, and I want to see more of that contingency represented within the Board of Trade because I truly believe that we can be an enormous benefit to them, especially within our legislative advocacy.
Yeah, and sometimes, we've got the ear of the elected people, and there's something that needs to happen that they don't know about.
100%.
Yeah.
And we also want to see more small business leaders. We want to see the business professionals of this area coming together so that we can make a difference. That the larger we are as an organization, the stronger the weight, the louder our voice will be.
I think that's the beauty of the Board of Trade.
I agree.
Why do we need a Board of Trade? I mean, you just came in, and it's here. It's like...
Well, I think you look at this valley 60 years ago before the 14 or the 138 was there, and you look at the work that the Transportation Committee did look at what the roadways have done since then. or you look at aerospace. I mean, that's probably the number one economic driver in this area. And think of all that we have done to continue to draw more companies out to this area to build on this economy.
It doesn't happen by magic?
It doesn't happen by magic.
Hard work?
It's not synergy. You wouldn't believe it. It takes people standing up to defend it and to advocate for the incredible opportunities that lie within the valley.
Yeah. Everything has happened by somebody working on it and asking and staying constant.
It does.
A long list of important things. And now, like you say, new manufacturers coming in that need to be attached to the valley, the whole valley.
Because you see so much of that within the state of California, and it's such a space issue. But then you look at this area, and we have the space, and we have the resources and the labor supply to help.
And a lot of education.
Tons of education opportunities
A lot
here.
of schools.
So
people
many amazing schools.
Training the next generation.
Particularly, absolutely. I mean, I look at the Palmdale Aerospace Academy. I look at what Antelope Valley College is doing. They are looking to equip today's leaders to truly benefit the aerospace companies, and they're equipping them for jobs.
How do people get in touch with you at the Board of Trade?
You can email me at anna@avbot.org, or you can call the Board of Trade at 661-947-9033, and I would love to hear from you.
The next lunch is Tuesday the 22nd, I think.
It is the 22nd, and we'll be hearing from the Antelope Valley Hospital.
Anna Buehn, Antelope Valley Board of Trade, thank you.
Thank you.